Fox News Alert, major developments in the Nancy Guthrie case. Agents are canvassing her daughter Annie Guthrie's neighborhood. Meanwhile, TMZ is reporting activity in the ransom account and SWAT teams on the move. Chad Ayers is a former SWAT assistant team leader. When you guys are deployed in a situation like this, what would you expect?
Yeah, Jesse, I want to be very careful about a lot of the information we give out right now. Obviously, you know, we want to protect Nancy Guthrie. If she is still being held captive, this could jeopardize her life. It could also jeopardize the lives of HRT or the SWAT team if they do have good intelligence as to where they are. We do not want them being ambushed, and we don't want anything happen to Nancy Guthrie. But broad scale type of situation like that, I agree. They're going to stage, they're going to wait for some type of information, and surveillance teams will probably be deployed, drones, to verify exactly where, if it is a hostage rescue, where this person is. Now, keep in mind, this may not actually be a hostage rescue. Maybe they just have an idea as to where a possible suspect, they have hard intelligence as to where the suspect is. If that's the case, then maybe the local authorities are going to go in, sweep in, or maybe it's an accomplice, someone that they know, and they're trying to get more information. So right now, though, I think it's just very important that, you know, listen, we have every major news outlet and local news outlet camped out. So it's very hard to be discreet in their movements. But I think it's really, really important to just be careful what we put out. We don't know who's listening.
So it could be a host of options. Could it also be an option that Nancy has been dropped somewhere and she is alone and waiting to be picked up?
Sure, I think that's a fair case. Now, I don't think it's going to be like something that we see on a Hollywood movie where we're staged up on she's on one side of the bridge and our tactical teams are on the other. But absolutely, we would want, first of all, and I guarantee the SWAT team, HRT, has medics. I am certain she's probably going to need medical attention if she is, you know, found alive. So 100%, I completely concur with that.
And would this be a negotiation? Would they bring in an FBI negotiator if it is a captive that you guys are looking to release? How would that play out?
Yeah, I'm sure that's already probably started. If they do, you know, if they are in communication, who knows how long, or if they've started communications already. But, you know, we rely heavily on negotiators, and FBI has the best negotiators there are in the country. And they are going to do everything they can, you know, to entice the hostage taker, you know, to do a peaceful surrender of Nancy, and probably try to convince them, listen, if you just release her and we do things, you know, peacefully, we don't want you to get hurt. We don't want to get hurt. We don't want Nancy to get hurt. This will also help with a, you know, a reduced sentence. There's ways that these negotiators are going to work to try to sweeten this deal and get her released and back home where she needs to be.
All right. And our people are telling us there is an elite hostage rescue team right now in Tucson. We can't say if they've been deployed or they're staging or exactly where and what they're doing, but that's what we've been told. Was it always your understanding that this was going to end violently? I mean, she was definitely taken violently. You could tell that from the blood splatter.
Yeah, you know, I will say this: if there's a way to peacefully and transfer her, they're going to do that. If there is a hostage rescue and FBI's HRT team, who is the absolute best there is in the country at this, and I'm not giving away any tactics, it's going to be fast, it's going to be loud, and it will be violent.
Good. Well, whatever it takes. We're all praying for Nancy and a quick resolution to this crazy situation. Thank you so much. That was great analysis. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.